As a teenager myself, today we're going to be having a look at one of MattyB's songs that has a real relatedness to people who are basically famous as a teenager. So today we're going to be having a look at it, and as I am 16 and I have a bit more experience of how life goes since I was like, I don't know, 13. Today we're going to have a look at MattyB's song. And we're going to do a reaction to it, and I'm going to stop and pause, and yeah, and I'm also going to do this in a way that it doesn't kill me when I'm editing it. Okay, let's go. One thing I will mention for the people who do care about what I say, I'm not going to make this a thing where I'm going to be listening to songs most of the time. I'm going to make this a thing as if I'm putting in the category of, I was thinking either LPQX or Let's Talk Singing, Acting and Dancing, but today I think I just think, no, I'll put in the LPQX and I'll do an actual episode of Let's Talk Singing, Acting and Dancing on Alex Productions. Alright, now let's listen.
How are you feeling today, Matthew?
Okay, so it starts out with therapist.
It's my mom. Lately, she just been tripping.
Why is she tripping
Teen
on you?
language.
Because she doesn't understand me. I'm a teenager now. Like, she's not cool.
Why don't you tell me
It's a
about
hard one.
Man, she got my head in a spiral. Cause I done made a new wave. I done hit the front page and I just went viral.
Like every day.
Because my flow is like tidal. But I don't think my own mama understands how my beats kick harder than Jackie Chan. And my hits stay lit for my fans in Japan, all the way from the Chattanooga to California sands. And I flow magnificent. Cause I was born to be different. See, I get the blood and the tizzy. Got my generation with me. The whiz kids been busy. I spit till I get dizzy. I try to stay focused, but the jokers, I know this is me. As you can tell on this mic, I'm for real. I said ma at the studio late. Her reply, no problem. The curfew at 8. Doesn't matter what I do. Could have the song of the.
Okay, we're going to stop it there. Now, as so much this is a reaction, this is like a analysis. Now, first of all, I'm going to say that I am a huge fan since MattyB. I've been following MattyB since his Kesha We Are Who We Are cover. And that was back when he was about 7 years old. And that's a long time ago. I was about, I don't know how young I was. Maybe I don't know. Because I have no memory of when that came out. But one thing I am actually going to say for this is that so one of the pictures that we saw was that MattyB's mum was making sure he's clean and making sure he's tidy and saying, I'm assumingly he's MattyB's mum saying, have a fantastic day. Now, I don't, maybe we'll never see this video, I'm just saying. But, in that type of content, when you've got friends over, that's embarrassing for teenagers, that is. That's really, really embarrassing. Like, I feel like it would be better if they went off to another corner to do that. So, MattyB's friends wasn't like watching. But yes, I would feel embarrassed about that. I can't, god damn, I can't remember the rest. But, yeah.
There's one thing I always deal with, it's become crystal clear. I wanna be a famous rapper, but my mom doesn't.
Okay, so MattyB's mum brings out his lunch, and then that's quite embarrassing. In fact, how old is this kid again?
2 hours later.
Okay, so MattyB is 14 years old. So from what I'm guessing is that when I was, let's think, when I was 13, I was still acting so much as a child. So in this country, school year groups are compared differently to American ones and Canada and California's. So when I was 13, I was in year 8, which year 8 is 12 and 13-year-olds. When I was 14, though, can't remember. All I can say is I was one of the youngest, but from what I remember, when I was 14, I was still acting so much as getting to know my teen roots of how I'm developing. Because if you haven't heard of this thing called puberty before, also I could really see now how it could be like, for instance, embarrassing for him. I could. But I feel like this is one of the things that mothers can't get over, that their child is grown up and they're not like the end of the age of like 12, now they're a teenager. Because in some sort of way, you still need your mother. But we're going to talk about that more at the end. More analysis.
She'll always treat me like her baby, so my life is unfair. Check it out, man.
Okay, so we may skip half the song. So he said that she will treat me like his babies, treat me like, what was that line again?
So my life is unfair. Treat me like her baby.
So she will treat me like my baby, so my life is unfair. Okay. Mother's job is to love, to make sure you're okay, no matter what. Like, for instance, even if like your mother embarrasses you in front of anyone, they still want to see if you're right, and they still want to they'll still. That's what they're. I don't know. There are hundreds of ways of saying this, but really, maybe. Come on, I say this to every single kid, and I say this to everyone I do the help guide on. If they embarrass you, talk to them. By the way, I'm a fan of MattyB. I should mention that a couple of times.
So my life is unfair.
Okay,
check it out, man. That's why my life is unfair. I wanna be a famous rapper, but my mom doesn't care.
No, let's let all this call.
Doesn't matter what I do, could have the song of the year. She'll always treat me like her baby, so my life is unfair. You know what else? Man, I just got some red bottoms.
Okay, so so she will treat. I want to be a famous rapper, but she'll treat. Okay. I feel like you will be a famous rapper no matter what, because you're making that dollar. You're living in houses that I can't afford. You're making more money, you are, than most young pop artists. Because remember, you were like, it was kind of like this. MattyB was like the first. John Yo caught on. Chris CL was after that, then Jacob Sartorius, Mark Thomas. I feel like we're forgetting someone. I feel like we're not forgetting anyone. But like I said, it's one of those things. It's like, I still need my mum. Like when I was 14, I still wanted my mum. Okay.
My mama made me mow the lawn the same day that I got him. How am I supposed to hit the gram and be cool when I got this big green grass stain on my shoe, ma? Then I got a new watch. You know the kind, it don't take.
Okay. By that face, you're a teenager and you've still got some impressions from when you were about 12 years old. Because in some way, basically no matter what country you're in, if you're under 18, you're still considered a child and some sort of a minor. Now, just to repeat, I'm 16 years old. I don't look it. but if you know me well, I do. So I'm afraid this is one thing that you can't argue about. You won't always be doing chores when you're home. Like maybe one day you might want to move away from your parents and you might want to do other stuff. Like for instance, if you're touring, you're going to have to live in hotels, or you're going to have to live somewhere. And when you're out and about on holiday and touring, I very much doubt it that you would do anything that's got to do with chores. It's so goddamn loud up there. What I will say is that I've got the words now. If you ever get expensive stuff, what you did in that video was the right thing. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Like years it just slide. Left the jewelry store, made it home, and dinner was delicious. Put my plate in the sink, and mama told me do the dishes. Now I'm standing at the sink trying to think. Wow.
I don't really need to listen to the voice because I know what you're about to say. You don't like doing the dishes because I guess that you've got this expensive stuff on you and you rather be doing something else. That's literally every single teenager in this world. No matter if you're rich or poor, that's every single teenager in this world.
If I lose a diamond, I'm a freak. Ow. Listening to music as a scrub-a-dub-dub, feeling like an idiot from wearing yellow rubber gloves. And I finally get up all the grease. I got my phone blowing up from a girl that's a dime piece. I said, Mom, we're just friends, I won't kiss her. She said, I don't mind if you go, but you're taking your baby sister. It doesn't matter what I do, could have the song of...
Okay, I feel like if you want to go out and just like go out with a girl, I'm not too sure if this ends up being like your real life, but if so, just try and express or try and make up some sort of excuse to just that I just want to go over alone with her to her house, or maybe just get her to understand and think of, and then you two could work out something. Like, even if parents are hard, stubborn or strict, basically they always have some sort of feelings, and sometimes it takes words to put it out of them for you to get them to understand how you're feeling. It takes time, it does. But everyone will always have that first kiss. I'm not going to say anything about my personal life, but I'm assuming that one day hopefully you'll have it, or maybe you've already had it. Because I feel like you've already had a kiss because you're famous. Like, come on.
The year, there's one thing I always deal with, it's become crystal clear. I wanna be a famous rapper, but my mom doesn't care. She'll always treat me like her baby, so my life is unfair. Check it out, man. That's why my life is unfair. I wanna be a famous rapper, but my mom doesn't care. It doesn't matter what I do, could have the song of the year. She'll always treat me like her baby, so my life is unfair.
Okay, so with this scene, it's basically the mother is taking all the attention away from what was supposed to be just a girl and a boy thing. I feel like mothers shouldn't be able to do that, and your sister shouldn't really be there. And now there's going to be haters to no matter what I say about this, but even if I know this little sister's got a disability, but even so, get your mother to understand that you just want to have this one-to-one thing and no interruptions, so you can actually have a good time for once, because after all, no one lives on this earth forever. But yeah, again, if you don't get to have that first kiss when you're like young, like under 18, you always have a chance when you're over 18. So don't worry about that. And I'm going to say that to everyone.
Would you like to know what I think, Matthew?
What's up?
Well, it sounds to me like you have a mother that loves you very much. And I think I know what you should do.
You do?
Yes. Why don't you call her and let her know that we're wrapping up? I just got a text from her.
Are you serious?
Well, you're gonna be late to your orthodontist appointment, mister.
This is literally what I'm talking about. I'm out. That's why my life is unfair. I wanna be a famous rapper, but my mom doesn't care. It doesn't matter what I do, could have the song of the year. She'll always treat me like a baby, so my life is unfair.
You sound so good, honey.
Mom, I was in the middle of recording.
How often do you use your Musical.ly? Okay. So the last part of the song. Okay, first the therapist scene at the last one. We basically, the therapist she didn't really give any type of good advice. Like for instance, actually no, change my words on that. She didn't give what MattyB was expecting to hear. As of he just wanted some other good advice. So it's like me. I wanted, like, when I want some advice and I don't get what I want, basically that's my reaction from what MattyB did. Then he went home, and then his mum got the baby pictures out and then started showing it to his friends, and then that's quite embarrassing. Now there's always a choice. You can either choose to like have fun with them and look at it, or it'll be like embarrassing for you. But even if it is embarrassing, if you don't like it, you could always say, "Mum, put them away," or just walk away. But what I will say about this song, this is the ultimate teen life song, because I'm getting swayed wearing this, I am. This is the ultimate teen song, this is. Most likely every single teenager, famous or not, will go through this, and one day they want to be a famous rapper, but there's stuff holding them back. And even though there are stuff holding them back, they shouldn't be. And one day you'll be able to do the stuff that you want. So the conclusion of this is that, to MattyB, if you're having these problems in real life, and hopefully you're not, because I've seen your mother in a couple of your vlogs and videos, and she sounds really, really nice. Mothers seem strict sometimes, but they're nice on the inside. Anyway, if you're watching MattyB, talk to her more and get her to understand, and talk to her just more regularly for more of the couple of days, even if you're touring, phone, FaceTime, whatever. And to the others, what I just said to MattyB, just do the same. Get them to understand more. Or if you're in the UK, contact Childline, or maybe talk to someone else to get advice of how to talk to your parents. So anyway, I just wanted to do this because I heard this song last night, and I just thought it would be quite fun to do an analysis and a reaction of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more stuff like this, then go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I will see you on the next one, and like and subscribe. Make sure you go and subscribe to MattyB. That song's awesome. All whites go to him. Please don't sue me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.